Welcome to the Mormon to Medium podcast, where we'll talk about spirituality, the paranormal, religion, and my journey going from Mormon to medium. I'm Nanette and Brad. Thanks for listening. Now let's go have some fun.
Don't be afraid. Close your eyes. There's a moon overhead, but the sun will rise. Blood on our lips, such a poisonous bite. The sound of our hearts go bump, bump, bump in the night.
Hello. You're listening to Mormon to Medium podcast. Well, you should be listening to it if you're not. You will be soon, right? I'm Brad, and I'm here with Nan, the medium part of this show. and as you can tell from the title, she went from Mormon to medium.
Mormon to medium.
Well, yeah, is that what you're calling yourself? Or
A medium? No, I'm more of a healer. Yeah.
a healer? Or are you recovered Mormon?
Yeah, I'm definitely a recovered Mormon.
She's gone through
I attended Mormons Anonymous.
She went through the verified 12-step program and now considers herself
Recovered. Yeah, I get my coin soon.
That's cool. Yeah. The 1 year coin, is that where you're going for?
I was thinking it should be weekly, like every Sunday.
I thought that's what your Dutch Bros trip was. or church, when you go to church at the cafe every Sunday.
We've learned to love coffee in our house.
Oh my goodness. Here's the thing. I don't know that it's even a learned. It's more of just, oh my gosh, this ritual is kind of nice. And I think it's very similar to when people get into a religion, right? They have their ritual that they do.
You think coffee's a ritual?
I think it's kind of become a ritual, right? Like I remember times when it was really cold and I was working and, the guys on my crew, we'd get together and we'd get coffee. And it was more of a ritual. All right, it's cold. We're going to have a cup of coffee. We're going to go out and, and work. And I almost feel like that's what it's become with us. We have our morning ritual where we sit down together and we visit and we catch up and plan out our day together. And then we go on with our day. So it does almost feel like a ritual, but I like it.
I think technically we could just drink anything warm, especially when it's cold like this. You kind of want something warm in your tummy in the morning.
Yeah. What's up with the snow, by the way? What the hell?
Yeah, St. George never gets snow, and we actually started to get the flurries. I know up north in Utah, they're getting dumped on. They're getting a ton of snow. You guys be careful out there.
Yeah, please drive safely. Slow down. Give yourself plenty of room. Don't do stupid shit.
That's Brad's motto. Yeah. My motto is there's a balance for that. Brad's is, did you drink enough water and don't do stupid shit?
Right? For every ailment, the first question should always be, have you drank enough water? Always. Because 9 out of 10 times that's going to fix whatever's going on.
I know your kids are going to be rolling their eyes. It's so true.
They know it's true and they know it works.
Wisdom here.
That's right. I'm old and wise now.
You're a wise ass. Like.
Thanks. Here I am like going, yeah, I'm older. I'm wise now. People have to listen to me. You just shot that theory out the window.
I think as you age, you become funner and goofier. So
I think as I age, I just don't give a shit. Kind of like
your New Year's intention.
That's why I have to start giving a shit. But I think reality is, as you get older, you don't care as much what people might think of you. So you don't go, oh, I can't do that silly thing because people might think I'm dumb or weird. You just go, I don't really care. I'm going to do it because I like it and I think it's fun.
Entertain yourself. Nobody else will remember what you do anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, if I feel like I'm going to dance as I'm working, I'm going to dance as I work, and it's okay.
And you do.
Yes, I do. And now we're not talking about the stripper job either.
Although he does that too. Or, we're in there making bread just now, and I made orange cinnamon rolls, and there was some extra dough, and Brad had to make something really special for our son, Tyson. If you guys know, about 14 years old, you know what he built with the dough, and I can't believe
What did I build, Nan? What are you talking about?
an appendage out of the dough. It's not a very big one.
Why can't you just say the word?
Because this is like a family program, right?
Penis.
The only swear words we say are the F word.
Penis. Is that a swear word? I don't think it's a swear word. I think that is just a part of human anatomy. I don't know that it's a swear word at all.
But a 14-year-old would make it out of bread dough.
Penis.
Oh my gosh.
Will you say it for me?
No, Brad.
Please, just say it. I know.
Brad, what were we talking about today?
I know the listeners would love to hear you say it.
By the way,
just say it.
Yeah, we play Wordle every day. So the New York Times has a Wordle, and it's just a 5-letter word, and you get 6 chances to try to solve it. And we play it every day with each other. And Brad's very first word used to be penis. Don't ask what it is now, because it's really not something you want to say on here. But
it's got S, it's got T, it's got L, it's got I. It's a good word.
He's 14. Okay, so what are we talking about today?
Well, fuck if I know. What are we? No, do you know what? Today we wanted to talk about a couple of things. So first of all, we want to go over balances a little bit. You hear Nan talk about there's a balance for that. And I had an experience last week where she really helped. Was it last week?
It was last week.
Yeah, last week where she really helped me out. And I want to share that experience because it was cool. And then Nan last week talked about on the show this change in the energy and vibration and asked people to hit her up if they're feeling something like that. And so...
and people did.
Yeah, people
I
did.
had a lot of people reach out. It was really cool. So thank you, guys.
Yeah. It is very cool to get that feedback. So we're going to talk about some of that feedback and some theories on what's going on. And then at the end of the show, we're going to have Nan draw a card for any of those people who might be feeling that weird energy or anxiety.
That's right. It's all about healing, you guys. Everything. Love and healing. Get in touch with yourself. Touch me.
I want to get dirty.
It's Brad's favorite song.
Oh my God, I love that. Rocky Horror Picture Show. So Nan, why don't you explain a little bit about what it is that you do? I know a lot of people ask that, like, what does she do? And I never do it justice when I try to explain it. It's just kind of word salad when I talk about it, but you can talk about it and have some authority.
Well, I use kinesiology to talk to the body. So I talk to the muscles in the body and find out from the body what exactly you need to bring things into balance. And I use a couple of different modalities of energy work to assist me. And I also call in people from your spirit team and loved ones that want to assist in your balance. And usually 9 times out of 10, if a spirit shows up, it's going to be a generational thing that we're healing. So something that goes down to DNA, and we can find out if it's, how many generations back on the mother or father side or whatever, but it gets pretty specific. So we address trauma like PTSD, any kind of trauma that happens in your life, anything that the body perceives as trauma, trapped emotions that could come with trauma or that could come with, just birth. Your mom or your father could even have you inherit some of the feelings that they have during your conception. And also trapped belief systems, old belief systems that are not true and don't resonate with who you are, who you're becoming, or what your life's purpose is. And so we go in and help you heal a body, mind, and soul. And you are the one that does all the healing. I move energy, and I'm really good at it. And I'm really good at talking to the body. So we work together to help you feel better.
So when you say you move energy, what do you mean by that? Because you mentioned that quite a bit too, but explain that. What do you mean? I move energy. What? What do you mean?
Well, we are all 99% energy and 1% mass. So our cute little bodies are 1% of who we are. So the 99% of us is energy. It's spirit. And so what I do, our energy centers are our meridians, which are little rivers of energy that run through our fingertips, through every organ, through every system, out our feet.
Well, before you get too far into that, I just had a thought, because you're always like, yeah, we're 90% energy, right? And I'm thinking of, way back in biology class when I was in 8th grade, and they talked about, the atoms, and you've got the protons, neutrons, and electrons, and you've got all that empty space because electrons spin around like satellites, right? And so when you say, hey, we've got all this empty space and energy, yeah, that movement is energy, and there really is a lot of space between those particles.
Right. And everything is energy.
Interesting.
Your table, all the plants, everything is energy, including ghosts or spirits, right?
Yeah. So maybe it is like on The Matrix when he's sitting there with the little boy waiting to go in and see the oracle, and the kid's bending the spoon, and Neo picks it up and is trying to do it. And the little boy's like, you just have to realize the truth. And he's like, what's the truth? There is no spoon. So there is no spoon.
There is no spoon. So I work with the meridians. You're so cute.
You're still laughing? No, that's a great part of the show.
Great. I know. I work with the meridians and also the chakras. And the chakras, most people know about the 7 chakras from your crown chakra to your root chakra, but we actually have 18 chakras that I work with, and your light bodies that actually are part of your aura. So I move anything that is stuck in any of those rivers of energy. So if you have a beaver dam in any of those rivers of energy, we find them and move it out of the way so that we can return life force energy to that area and your body can heal itself.
Got it. And how do you help promote that, though? When you talk about moving energy through these meridians, through these rivers, how do you help break down the beaver dams or the inhibitors of that movement?
We ask the body exactly what is there, what is blocking it, what's causing it, all the way down to the ages that these things have happened. And it gets really specific if it's male, female, or yourself that is believing these things or had gone through these things. And then we balance it.
So there really are
together.
Multiple steps and multiple functions that you go through to get to this.
A lot of steps, yeah. A lot of studying, a lot of classes, and yeah.
So it's not just, waving your hands over somebody and going,
no,
demons out.
No, it's not that simple. Not at all. And I'm always working with your hydration, with the cell itself being able to release this stuff. So it goes really, really deep. It's really fascinating. And I love when people get done because they're usually like, whoa, I just feel so peaceful. And I feel all of those things that I was feeling before have been lifted, and I feel new and whole,
That's super cool.
And it's a step down the right path of healing. And, it's a path. You're going to eat a bite at a time of an elephant, right? So
why would you eat an elephant? That sounds horrible.
Dude, when you're on the healing journey, it feels like a giant ass elephant.
It's a big meal.
But you know what? I always tell my clients, come back when you're not feeling this peace.
Like one of those sketchy attorney paid chiropractor where you're like, hey, come back 5 times a week for the next 8 weeks and then we'll reevaluate.
Well, I guess you could, but the body isn't going to allow anything to bubble up that isn't safe for you to heal right then. So it's only going to bubble up what's safe right now when you're meeting with me. Then if you have other things that are deeper or other things that you maybe suppressed or things that you've forgotten, or maybe you've forgotten like your childhood, there's a reason that the brain is amazing and your energy is amazing because it'll cut things off and make you not have to remember things that could be traumatic. And we can still process those things out. And sometimes you don't have to remember them to still process them out and be done with them.
That's very cool because, there's a lot of people who have those repressed memories where something horrible happened and they just like, I don't remember anything from that time period.
Right.
But from here I do. And so that's really cool that you can help process some of that.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize that those things are held in the muscles. So if you had a trauma, your body will be holding fight or flight. Because, when you have a trauma, your adrenals kick in, your cortisol kicks in, and your muscles tense up and they start to hold protection mode, right? You're in survival mode. And it will hold that until it's safe to let it go.
Yeah.
And sometimes if something happened in childhood, you've been holding that survival mode for most of your life. And that's where you have autoimmune issues that will show up. That's where you'll have a lot of aches and pains, swelling, that kind of thing, because you can't hydrate a muscle that is tensed up all the time. So you have to let the body release it and feel safe. And then it's like she takes a big deep breath and goes, oh, okay, thank you.
Gotcha.
That feels so much better.
But I just caught on that hydration's a big part of this. So when I
It is
say, have you had enough water?
Exactly.
You can no longer mock me.
So you're a doctor in and of yourself. Yeah, hydration is 99% of it. And actually, it's one of the pre-tests I do before I even start to talk to your muscles, is to make sure you're hydrated.
Yeah, and she pulls your hair when she does it.
Yeah, I do. Not hard. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The body is amazing, and the body can heal anything. I have seen utter miracles happen. And it makes me very, very humble to be able to stand in that sacred place with someone that is healing, because they're the one doing the healing. I just helped move the stuff out of the way. And the work that I've been trained to do is just so miraculous. It's so beautiful. Like I said, you do the healing. I just move the energy.
Well, I know it sure helped me the other day. I had this crazy experience where I was getting all of these light halos in my eyes. I literally couldn't see anything but all of these light halos. It was almost like being temporarily blinded. It was really unnerving, a little bit scary. I thought, okay, I'll be all right. I just sat there in the chair for a minute, closed my eyes, and it didn't go away and didn't go away. And Nan's like, what's wrong with you? And as soon as I told her, she's like, well, let's see if we can balance that out. And obviously I was up for that. Let's go. I'm getting a free balance. Sweet. She makes everyone pay, even me.
Whatever.
I'll pay one way or another.
I take it in trade for you.
I'm married. You always pay for something somehow.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
I'm charging you for my cinnamon rolls, dude.
So she brought me in. I laid down on her table and she started to go to work.
And what happened?
I almost fell asleep and you poked me and woke me up. And it's okay. It's okay to fall asleep. You can still do the work if someone falls asleep, right?
Brad always falls asleep.
Yeah, it's so relaxing. Anyway, so she's doing her work and, going through the process. And
what did I balance on you, though?
My eyes. Hello.
Yes. So there's literally a balance for your eyes.
What's what we were just talking about. So,
well, I'm just saying, like, did we have to do hydration on you? Did we have to do other stuff?
You didn't have to go through the whole body and ask everything. You literally started focusing on the eyes, and it was quick. You were able to get through it relatively fast. It wasn't an hour and a half. It was like 15 minutes. And by the time she was done doing her voodoo shit, I was like, whoa, all the halos and all that were gone. I could actually see. I was like, wow, that is awesome. Because like I said, it was scary for a minute, but yeah, she was able to work through that for me and help me clear it out.
Well, you did the work. I just did the steps, but
I didn't feel like I did any work. I felt like I laid on the table and almost fell asleep.
Do you not remember that I was having you move your eyes around and look at my finger and do all these exercises, looking far away and looking close up? And
yeah. Oh, I totally
all
do.
those things. So it was funny because I was maybe into the balance, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and he said the halos were gone, but his body said that there still was some more work that needed to be done. And he was actually processing 2 different emotions that came up that he was holding in his eyes. So it's really interesting because remember, the emotions are the beaver dams. And they can be anywhere. And when I say there's a balance for that, literally there's a balance for that. No matter what element you have, there's a balance for that. And the body can heal itself 100% if you can understand that and then understand how to talk to the body. I mean, all pain is your body talking to you. You're just not listening. And so it gets worse. And it's like, hello, bitch, you're not listening. What, I need to make you sicker? Okay.
Well, and that's kind of a thing, right? Like if you don't take time for yourself, eventually your body's going to say, hey, look, it's time to stop.
Exactly.
And it will make you stop and make you take a break. You can't run forever burning the candle at both ends. Pretty soon it's going to meet and you're going to be done.
Which is really interesting that you would say that, because talking about the crazy energy that's been going on, the bouncy energy, the energy that a lot of listeners have said have caused them anxiety, a little bit of confusion. They're super tired. People are like, yeah, I can feel energy in my bloodstream. Like it's like pinging in my bloodstream. I totally get it. I feel it too. Lots of us are feeling the same things. And all that it is, I mean, I've talked to lots of people about it, and I've also meditated about it. And all it is we're being told to sit on a timeout. We're being told to go inside ourselves and work on ourselves and heal what needs to be healed inside, because something big's coming. We need to be able to shift our consciousness and our vibration to something higher so that we can help heal this earth and this world and all the confusion and darkness that's going on right now. So everybody's on a timeout. So hibernating, right?
Well, not really on a timeout, but more of a journey of self.
We're being made to work on ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of people don't like that. It's very uncomfortable. A lot of people will feel a lot of anxiety about that.
Well, and maybe that's what, like, you hear so often, people going, hey, I've got so much social anxiety. I can't go outside in groups. I don't want to be around people. You know what? Maybe it's really just your soul saying, look, sister, slow down, go home, work on yourself. It's okay to be alone. And I think in our society, there's so much stigma around taking time for yourself because it's seen as being selfish. And so sometimes there's guilt for that. And especially with like moms, right? They're so involved with their kids.
Yeah,
They're
moms usually get the scraps, right?
Yeah, they're so involved with everything that's going on and taking care of everyone, but they forget about how important it is to take care of themselves. You know, I have someone who I really love who's got 4 kids, and you know, she's always so involved in taking care of them and working with them that sometimes she forgets about herself, and it's so important to not.
Well, and it's kind of like a lifeguard, you know, you can't go and save anyone or help anyone or give 100% unless you put your life preserver on first.
Yep.
And once you do that and you take care of you, and a lifeguard also goes through a lot of intensive training, and, you know, their body has to be strong.
And they're hot. I've seen Baywatch.
You see that?
Just so everyone knows, Nan was once a lifeguard.
I was, yeah. Thanks for that, Brad.
Did you wear this sexy red swimming suit?
I actually did.
And run on the beach?
There's no beaches in Utah.
That's okay. No. Did you run?
Stop it.
I'm just trying to get the visual here.
I did not run in my bathing suit. No.
That's probably good because you can't run at the pool.
No,
it's against the
says
rules.
You shouldn't be running.
And,
you'll fall.
And if you're going to be a lifeguard, you have to set the precedent.
So funny.
Will you run for me?
No. No. I hate running, just like you do.
Fair enough. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that little...
I'll get a video of Pamela Anderson for you to watch on the beach running. It's fine. I'm not running, honey.
All right. Fine. So disappointed right now.
Whatever.
Now what? Now what do you want to talk about?
I have no idea because we went off on a tangent and I don't even know what we were talking about.
It's a perfect tangent. So. It was so good. We were talking about anxiety. And you were
social
talking about
anxiety.
You were talking about energy.
So I have a question. Actually, I have a hypothesis. I feel like people that suffer with social anxiety are usually really gifted, empathic people that feel other people's energy, feel their stress, feel their issues, you know, that are going on in their life. And that would give anybody anxiety to feel lots of people. The key is doing your own work inside, like we're talking about, and learning how to control that.
Well, and there are some tools you can use to help block everyone else's crap out too.
Exactly. And you should be blocking other people's stuff. And because if you're open and you're feeling everyone, that means you're bleeding energy yourself. And that's never good. So if you're being choosy on who you're going to spend your energy on, and you're not walking around feeling everybody's crap, then the anxiety is going to go away. Because you're the one that's in charge, you're the one choosing. And that's what we're here to do, is master our own selves, you know, master our spirits and make the choices on how we're going to spend our life, right?
Yeah.
Be creators in our life.
I like that.
So yeah.
I think that's a pretty solid theory.
I don't think it's a theory. I think it's legit, dude.
Okay, I'm going to go with you. Hey, you're the medium. You talk to spirit and the other side. You've got inside information that I don't have.
Usually the people that tell me that they have social anxiety, I feel into it and I'm like, but you're gifted. Of course you feel this way. Like that makes 100% sense. I used to feel that way when I was walking around bleeding energy all over everybody and filling everybody's shit like I'm supposed to be Jesus. No, it's not my thing to do. It's not anyone's. You need to like rein it in and learn how to protect your energy. That's so important.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And if somebody wanted to learn how to do that, they could schedule an appointment with you, right?
They can. That would be underneath the shamanic work. And I'll teach you about working with your spirit and being more in touch with that side of things.
Very cool. And if you want to do that, there actually is a link in the show notes to go to Nan's calendar and you can go ahead and schedule an appointment with her. She does a lot of remote work. She'll just do a Zoom meeting with you and chit chat online if you need to, or you can come in and do it in person.
Yeah.
What's the difference, Nan?
You get a hug when it's in person, right? We can do a little bit more in depth too when it's in person, but over Zoom is super powerful too. I've had several people that are brand new that have been like, I've done energy work before remotely and I don't feel anything. And I always offer to give back their money if they don't feel anything. And that's never been the case. They're always shocked that, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Holy cow, my aches and pains are gone, or whatever their issue is at the time. They feel so much better and a lot of relief. So very
cool.
powerful balances. And like I said, the work that I do, it's very rare. Not a lot of people do it here in the United States or Canada. It's actually out of Australia. And I just love it. I love it. It's a sacred work.
Definitely is. Do we have time to draw a card, Nan?
I think we do. So I have an oracle deck. So it's not a tarot deck. An oracle deck kind of has like a light meaning. And then it also has like a little bit of homework that you can do if you want to. So maybe like a saying or something like that. And the one that I have is called White Light Oracle. And it has these beautiful wolf on the outside of it with these blue eyes. And all the cards are white and brown. And the card that I drew made me cry because look at me. I'm a mess.
Look at you having emotion. That's okay. And everyone, listen, it's okay to have emotion. It's okay to well up. It's okay to have tears. It's okay to feel that inside of you.
Absolutely.
Don't push it away.
I'm not pushing it away, and no one should push it away. I'm just super tender. It's January. This is a tender month for me. And when I get the reminders that I'm not alone and that family members are near me, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's humbling. These are grateful tears and humbling tears. So the card I pulled is the spirit bear, and the bear in our family is my dad, and he's been dead for a really long time. And he tends to show up around January for me. So it's super humbling because I know I'm not alone. We have lots of spiritual things that happen in January, not just from Corey. So working with the other side and being in tune is really, really, really cool and comforting. But the spirit bear, if you could imagine, this is Mother Earth, and this is the Mother Creator, right? This is Mother Energy. And it reminds me, my kids always called me the mama bear all the time. They always knew that no matter what, I would back them up and I would shred anybody that hurt my kids. I would. That's just, even now, I'm just that mama bear.
You're definitely the mama bear.
And that's what Mother Earth is, and our creator. And what it's telling us is exactly what we've been talking about with the crazy energy, is that we're being called to go inside. We're being called to hibernate like the bear, and we're being called to work on ourselves inside so that when we come out of this long hibernation, we're stronger, we're more intent, we know who we are, we know our purpose, and we're more focused. And so I absolutely love this meaning. It's just a beautiful card, and goes right along with the energy and everything that we're needing to do.
Yes, it does. That's a fantastic card. And if you guys want to see what that card looks like, jump on our social media. Nan will be posting photos of the card so you can actually see it. We're on Instagram.
Under Mormon to Medium podcast.
And same on Facebook. So jump on those and take a look, and please comment and share your thoughts. And if you love the show, please let others know. Give us a positive review and share it with your friends. It will really help us to continue to put out content.
And we love you guys. We're super grateful for each of you for taking the time to listen and to give us your feedback too. It means a lot. And if you'll help us grow, we would be super, super grateful even more. We hope you have an awesome week, and we'll see you
on the other side of the veil.